Now that was a strange relationship. Blake Edwards was terrific, but at the time when I was working with him, and he did this a lot apparently, he was out. He was in Japan shooting something, I think it was Japan, while I'm working on the script back home. I was working with a Waldman, a guy named Waldman, but by then, this
Frank Waldman.
Frank
Right.
Waldman. By then, Frank wasn't well, and he wasn't able to participate a whole lot because he's living in a house out in Malibu. I'd go out to meet with him, and we'd work together a bit, but he just couldn't do it anymore. But somehow he had worked with Blake Edwards before, so he left left his credit on there. But I did one thing. In fact, again, a lot of the stuff in there was Blake Edwards, but there were some segments that I worked on, including one that I worked, and it was kind of one of the more fun afternoons I ever had. I worked with Peter Sellers up at Blake Edwards' office in Century City, but it was just the two of us in a room, and I'm hearing sounds.
Yeah.
Peter Sellers, who was, an immense talent, unbelievable. There was a scene where he had to go get a disguise. Remember, in those movies, he always tried to get some stupid disguise. And I mentioned to him, I said, why don't you go as in this particular film? I said, I have an idea. Go in and ask for a Toulouse-Lautrec outfit. So I keep saying Blake Edwards. Peter Sellers immediately got on his knees in the office and stayed on his knees for at least an hour, maybe longer, just walking around playing the character, doing the lines that we were going to do, experimenting. He was hilarious. He was on his knees in front of me for like an hour and a half. The most fun I ever had. And then I got home that day, and around 6 o'clock, the phone rang, and my wife answered, and she says, "It's Peter Sellers." And I said, "What is he calling?" First of all, I'd met a lot of big names in this business, but Peter Sellers was a huge one. And I had had so much fun with him. He called to say that he enjoyed the session so much, he wanted to call me to thank me. And I said, "Oh, see, those are those highlights. That's one of them." He called me to say what fun he had, and that was going to be. And it's in the scene. It's in the movie. It's in fact, Harvey Korman is in that too. He owns a shop, and Peter goes in and gets in and gets on. They fix his legs, and he's Lautrec for a few moments.